Hey everyone, this is Abby, and in this video I'm going to be showing you my 2022 bullet journal setup. I got this bullet journal just from Michael's. It was pretty cheap. It has this contents page at the front as well as a key page, which I may or may not use, I don't know. But the first thing I'm doing is just this little title page. Of course, I have to allude to Taylor Swift's song 22 because not only is it the year 2022, I'm also 22. So I had to give a little reference to that. And I am doing this with some of my Tombow brush pens. And then I'm going to just outline the 2022 with a Pigma Micron fine liner. And I really like to outline everything in pencil first. I just find this makes my life a lot easier. I make a lot less mistakes when I just go ahead and outline it in pencil first. And then finally, I'm just going to write the I'm feeling with my Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen. And then next up is my grid spacing page. I will do a really terrible job at explaining this, but I will try my best. I'm sure there's better videos out there to show you, but basically I just number all of the dot spaces on the page, and then I divide up sections. So right here I'm just splitting the page in half, both vertically and horizontally. And then I'll split up the page into further sections. So right here I'm doing it in thirds, and I like to leave spaces in between each little section. So I just subtract those number of spaces in between the sections from the total number of spaces on the page. And then I'll divide it by whatever number sections I want. And I just do this for different spreads throughout my bullet journal. I mainly do it for the monthly calendar in each of my monthly spreads, as well as sometimes for my weekly spreads within each month as well. And because I kind of know what I want to use these sections for, this leaves me space to kind of figure out what I need. If I need to leave more space at the top for any kind of title during the month, I do that here as well. So I just kind of figure out what I usually need for all of my spreads and tailor it to that. And then next I'm just going to do a swatch page for all of my markers. First up I have my Crayola Super Tips, and I have all these numbered because there are so many and the colors are very, very similar. So I have them all numbered so I'm able to look at this page and see what specific marker I want. For the rest of my markers, they're different enough where I can tell them apart just based on the outside of the marker, but these are just very similar, and a lot of times when I'm doing monthly spreads, there's a specific color that I really want for that spread, and this just makes it a lot easier to tell which color is which. And then next up, I'm just going to swatch all of my Zebra mild liners. These are really great highlighters. Then next I'm just going to swatch some brush pens that I have. And then finally, I'm going to swatch my Tombow brush pens, which are my absolute favorite markers. I love using these in my entire bullet journal. And then next up I have my Year at a Glance spread. So this is where I lay out the entire year every month in front of me, and this is really nice to use if I have any dates later in the year that I know of that I want to write down. I do each monthly spread each month at a time. So say I have something in August and it's currently January, I won't have the August spread done yet, but if I do have that date in August, I can go ahead and write it down here so that in August I can look back and write it down in that monthly spread. So for this, I've just split up each page into 3 different sections horizontally. I've also done it 3 different sections vertically as well, and I just write out the monthly calendar and leave space off to the side to write down any important dates that I need to make a note of. Just to show you an example here, I'll just circle the date and then write off to the side the date and then whatever event it is. So here, November 7th, my dad's birthday. And then moving on, I have made some social trackers this year. I'm going to try it out. So I have a tracker and then ideas, and this is mainly for Instagram and YouTube. Just if I have any specific ideas that I maybe want to try out, I can write them down here and also keep track of any growth or anything on my social accounts as well. Then on the other side here, I have my things to check out page. So here I just write down anything that I want to check out. I use the sections of movies, TV shows, music and podcasts, and then miscellaneous. So if I ever think, oh, I need to watch that movie or that show, or I need to look that up on Amazon and see how much it is, this is where I write all of that down. And then next I have my snail mail spread. So I pen pal with a few different friends and we like to send letters and stuff to each other. So this is a perfect way to kind of keep track of all that. On one side, I'll write down any ideas that I have of things to send to the people that I pen pal with, or any themes that I would want to try out when sending letters and stuff. And then on the other side, I have a couple different sections to keep track of when I received something and what it was, and then also when I sent something and what I sent. And then next up is a new spread to me, but it's very popular, and that is the year in photos, or the year in Polaroids. And I'm just going to use a Polaroid to measure how big each little section will be that I leave. So I will kind of draw all of these out and then label them with each month. And then as the year goes on, I can add photos from each month to the spread. I have the Instax mini printer, I think it's called, which I really love. I can just print out photos that I already have on my phone, so that's really convenient to not have to worry about bringing a Polaroid camera or anything anywhere I go, because I can just print out pictures that I already have on my phone, which is very, very convenient. And then finally, for my last page, I'm just going to leave a big free space. I find that this is really helpful for just throughout the year if I think of things that I didn't include in this initial setup, like theme ideas for each month, or just if I need to make general lists or anything. This is a very convenient place to put all of that. And here is one final flip through of my 2022 bullet journal setup. I really like how it turned out. I really like the beginnings of my bullet journals to be very minimal and not too much theming or colors or anything. I definitely save that for my monthly spreads. So thank you guys so much for watching. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.